What is up, legends? We are back, and we're back in HypeWatch. All right, so we have some very interesting things to talk about at the end, game-wise, and then some big site news that I kind of told you guys briefly, but we're going to talk about it towards the end. And if you're new to the HypeWatch, what we do on HypeWatch is we talk about the games that are coming out during the week and games that are currently out that you guys can play literally like right now. So we're going to talk about those games first, and as usual, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment because that really helps with the algorithm, and I deeply appreciate everybody who just takes their time to do so. So with that said, what we have right now is Chibi Universe, which is the first game up right now, obviously, because it's literally saying Chibi Universe, you already know what it's going to be. It's literally going to be a Chibi RPG slash idle game. Now, it has a lot of modes in it. Usually, a lot of these games have a lot of modes, but this one has a ton of them. It's like they just decided to throw everything up in it along. You see pretty much AFK easy battles. This is meant to be played on the go, so it's another one of those games. And obviously, I don't want to cover all of them like that, but I do put them in HypeWatch so you guys know, for people who are fans, and you get a download link and you can go about your day. All right, so next up, which we have it all the way down here, is Triumph Fantasy. So as you can literally see again right here now, I actually at the point of this now, we're doing this on Friday, but I might actually play this, so you might see this before this video if I decide to actually go into this, because what this game reminds me of is basically if you made this like a idle game basically, and it had a lot of dark skin characters, and it had a lot of like flavor, not just like dark skin, like, you know, all types of dark skin, like from different type of races. And I like when games just put a good representation out there. I don't want to see like all. I don't even like when they put stereotypical black characters out there. Like, I want every type of race out there. That's what I'm really looking for. Not just have black people, because that's not fair either. Not fair. People don't want to hear that, but that's not fair either. You need to have proper representation for everybody. But that's why you might see this and, you know, give this a little bit of a shot. It just recently came out. Only has 500 downloads. Not too high ratings, obviously, because it's one of those idle games, and typically people don't rate idle games high, but it's literally the biggest money maker on the market right now. So, you know, there's that. We have next up is Survival Gun Girl. Now, this is one of those games where they're making a lot of these games now because they're typically just easy to make. They don't have a lot of resources in them, and what they are is essentially survival slash action RPG games, and they're fun. They're fun. Every one that I've played so far, I've enjoyed. I haven't hated any of them, and that's saying a lot because I play a lot of games I just hate, but I don't hate any of these games. Something that you could. It reminds me of Guardian Tales. If you played Guardian Tales before, Guardian Tales is about to be on the Switch, so that's about to go bonkers. So yeah, this point that's a little bit of a news side thing. The Guardian Tales is going to be on the Switch. Next up, we have Dawnlands. Now, here's the thing about Dawnlands and games like this. These survival games on a mobile platform don't usually do well because they don't usually look good. And then it's a big open world on mobile architecture, and that doesn't translate well. It just doesn't. People have a hard time playing properly. People have a hard time actually like doing things, and that's why you see like all these games that recently came out that are like that, even including Noah, which I actually like Noah, but the problem with Noah is it can't handle what it is. It just needs to be a PC game, and that's it. But they're putting mobile on it, and they're trying to force mobile onto open world things, and it's just not working. So I don't know what to say about that. Next up, we have a Real Driver Legend. Now, this game is cool because the cars are cool. Like, the cars look sick in this game, and you like look at this. This looks good. This is like some Need for Speed type of joints right here. I like when cars look lit like that, and you're racing and stuff like that, and it's good racing. I have messed around and played this. I don't put racing games on the channel very often. Matter of fact, I think I've done it less than 10 times in total. But if I was going to do it, it would probably be a game like this. And like I said, I've actually tried it. It's pretty cool, so I'll give it a look. Next up, we have Idle Planes. Idle Planes is another game that just recently came out, actually about 3 or 4 days ago. You see it's already up to 50K. I was going to cover this, but I chose not to. Actually, it's been around a little bit longer. It's been a week, but I chose not to because it's pretty simple. And once I got into it and actually played it, I was like, oh, this is like I was like literally doing everything at like 5 minutes. I was like, I'm not gonna make people sit here for 8 minutes to look at this. So we're putting it up here. So if you want to check it out, rock it, have some fun with it. Divine W is another idol slash autopath slash I'm gonna do everything for you slash I got the power. So like you actually do fight a dragon like this, by the way. It looked exactly like that. So I was actually pretty interested in that, and like all of the visuals and everything in this game look really good, and I may actually double back and come and mess around with this again because it's actually getting a little bit of buzz. It's not anything different than the other games like Neverland and that type of stuff, but I might double back and look at it. But for now, I didn't put it out this week, so we're putting it up here. Next up, we have Defense Derby, which is one of those tower defense games where you can fight other people and defend your defend your base, and then hope that you do it better than the other person and knock them out. Very colorful game, very fun aspect of the game, and yeah, why does it take us so long to load? Just hello, but yeah, Defense Derby, another one for you guys to try out. Next up, we have Adelie Pride. This game is actually lit. Remember we had the other game that was like, idols with a male and female type of stuff. This is all female, but it has historical anime characters that are in it, including Hatsumiku and a bunch of other characters that come from different shows and stuff like that. So if you're used to the dance type of stuff, you don't actually have to do any of the, I guess you could say, like the tap, like, code type of stuff. You don't have to do that. What you do have to do is you have to train the girls and make them go through different things, like you see, like they're working right here and things like that, and you get different outfits. Like that's a cute outfit right there. And obviously I can't put this on the channel. I actually was playing this quite a lot, to be honest with you, but I can't put it on the channel. I even tried to put a video up and edit it in a way so I could show you guys, and it didn't work out. Like almost every damn thing flags in this game. Like I'm like, they just don't want you to put it on YouTube at all. You can't put anything on YouTube. The banner flags when the girls dance when they're on stage, that flags. When they have little conversations and they play the music in the background, that flag, you can't show anything. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate at the end of the day, but that's the way YouTube is now. Voice is a little bit failing, but we're gonna do it anyway. Valiant Force. All right, so Valiant Force 2. You saw me preview this a little bit before, but this game is probably going to be pretty cool, and it's bringing back all the girls that we're used to from the game. I'm kind of weirded that they took it backwards into like the grid system, and I'm saying it's going backwards, not that this is bad, because this is actually pretty fun and cool that you can move around and have strategic stuff and like that. You gotta use your head to actually win, and the art's always been good, and this dev's franchise, so that's not a problem. It was more fun for me when it was an ARPG, when you could control the characters and you had to do placement and stuff like that. This is a little bit going back, but it's going to be fine. It's definitely going to be fine. And like I said, the art and the characters in this game is always going to be lit. So it's definitely going to be one of those games you're going to want to look out for. It's going to be cool as long as they keep up the support for it. Lost Era, Immortal Legends. This is another, pretty much RPG manager at the end of the day. Looks cute, plays cute, gives you good customization on the characters, which I always felt was a waste, because just like with Black Desert Mobile has the best customization ever, and you never see your character, like ever. So next up, well, we're on pre-register right now, I meant to say that, is Museum, Monster Museum, which literally is like it's like an ARPG slash racing slash waifu slash tactical slash being cute type of game. The pre-register's up on Q app, so have at it if that's your type of thing. It's a DMM game. I thought it was a porn game, and it still might be a porn game in disguise, but for what I'm looking at right there, I can't find the other version of it. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Suppose the kid from the last dungeon, the boonies, moves to a starter town. That's the title of it. It's another one of those ecchi slash anime slash. Now, the reason why we're talking about this is that this was pointed out to me that this is called Baby Final Fantasy. The last time something was called Baby Final Fantasy, for those of you who are old enough to remember, that was called Mystic Quest, and we know how well Mystic Quest went. So I'm hoping that this is going to be better than Mystic Quest, even though there's a lot of people who really like Mystic Quest in the world. And to be honest, I like the music in Mystic Quest. I just didn't like the game that much, but I like the music. It was kind of lit, so we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have Paper Bride 3 Unresolved Love. This game is weird. I'm just going to tell you guys off the bat. I played the Asian version and was creeped out, and I did not review that. I didn't get past 3 minutes. That's how creepy it was. So I don't know how this is going to go, because this is up on Bilibili. And yeah, I don't know how this one's gonna go. So, you know, good luck. But I'm putting the link here just in case you want to play it. Okay, thank you for loading. Now, next up we have Reverse 1999 Reverse. This is probably gonna be some hype. Next hype that you are gonna want to get into. The graphics and the way that the characters actually fight in this game is lit. It just looks good. It looks fun. Like it's gonna be one of those games that we can look out for. So I just wanted to point it out to you guys. Get your reserve up if you are on Bilibili. You see, I have my reserve up. It's gonna be one of those games. It's gonna be really good. Check it out. All right. So for the hypes of the week, it's 2 anime games. Surprise, surprise. Obviously, if you probably saw the thumbnail. My thumbnail, hint, hint, is usually always the hype of the week. That's usually always the hype of the week. So you're usually gonna know, but when you come into the video, what it's about. However, first minor hype is Sword Art Online VS, which is Valiant Story. All right, so here's the thing. I'm a Sword Art Online fan, and I was okay with the beta in certain areas. One, the backgrounds, it had no backgrounds. It was like they said, okay, we got budget for everything else. Get these voices in the game, no backgrounds. No budget for backgrounds, $10. Get somebody on Etsy somewhere to make a background and throw it in there, and that's it. I don't like that. Bandai make way too much money for all of that. Bandai don't like me anymore anyway, but I don't care. They make too much money for all that. That's a source of contention for me. The other source of contention is that it seemed like the game was very incomplete, and we're already at pre-register right now. So whatever we played on that CBT is what we're going to get at launch, and people are going to eat this game alive. They just are. Now, the reason why I'm saying hype is because fans are going to like it, because the combat system is what makes this game roll, and literally what makes this game roll. And then obviously the characters, you know, everybody wants to try to get your waifus and everything else, which is just going to be a bunch of asanas running around anyway. But in Yuki, people are rocking Yuki, but Bandai just repeats the same mistakes all over again. And I know they're just going to throw... They all they did was use that as a stress test, and they're just gonna throw this game out the same way. People are gonna be mad. Then they're gonna have to do a patch to say that, like, oh, we're looking at overall things and stuff like that. Which is why I'm saying this now, Bandai. You're not gonna get away with that. You've been doing it for too long, and I don't understand how. Literally, I got called in for a meeting with y'all on this type of stuff, and you're doing it again. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I really want to talk to the person in charge, and I actually know who the person in charge is now when it comes to this stuff, and I really want to talk to them because I don't understand the thought process. This literally just has to be a Japanese culture, very stubborn person that is just like in their ways and just won't do something any different than what they've been doing the 10 years, because it doesn't make any sense that this game is in pre-register right now and the CBT was in the state it was in. Wow. And next up, another anime game, again, going to be up for pre-register, is Tower Fantasy. Now, Tower Fantasy is going to be coming. It's not going to be this link, by the way. This is the wrong link. I just noticed. It's going to be coming global. Now, I've actually played the Asian version of this. I did like 2 videos and said I've seen enough and dipped out. Now, the reason why I did that is because there was no population, basically, and people were not that happy with the fact that we couldn't control the game. All they had to do was let us control this game. It is a 100% idle game. You don't control anything. You control where they run in a story mode environment. You control what stages you go to, but beyond everything else, from Bam to all the rest of the characters, you control nothing. It is straight a idle game. It's going to be hype because everybody's going to be wanting to play. Did I say Tower Fantasy? Tower of God. I'm sorry. Tower of God. People are going to be just straight up like, oh my God, it's Tower of God. Where's Bam? F that girl Rachel, which is, all the homies hate Rachel, by the way, and I do too. Just get up out of here. I don't know how well this is gonna go at the end of the day, but it's the hype of the week, but I don't know how well this is gonna go, and I don't want people to be lost or confused because the trailer makes this game look like something that it's not. It just they hype it up and make it look like it's some Final Fantasy type of stuff going on right now. And I want to stop that immediately right now. I want to stop that because I don't want people coming in and getting what happened with Dragon Trail. Even though I showed Dragon Trail the same way that I showed Tower Fantasy twice, not everybody sees every video that you do on the channel. So a lot of people see HypeWatch. It averages 10K or higher every week. So I want people to know that this is not going to be some action-filled fest where you're gonna be like, oh my God, I love it. What's going on? Like, can we get more? It's not gonna be like that. It's idle. It's idle as F. You pretty much RPG manage your characters. That's it. So, with that said, we have big news. Now, you guys will notice I have been doing PC titles, and I never actually got to explain that. So I'm going to say that real quick, what's going on right now. So the company that I work with, obviously, we were doing mobile titles, and I'm still going to be doing mobile titles, as you guys can see. That's not going anywhere. But what happened is that devs saw my contention with the way that things are with the mobile scene when it comes to covering games in the mobile scene. And they reached out and said, you know what? You're a better creator than what you're doing right now, so we want you to start doing PC stuff. So they put me in contact with PC stuff, and now literally I have a PC contract to cover PC games as well as mobile games, which is major, which is big, which is like, you guys don't understand how big it is. PC stuff is like 10 times bigger than mobile as far as a YouTube market. So you're gonna just my channel is probably just gonna start popping now, which is, I deeply appreciate all of that, and I deeply appreciate people seeing that. And one of the reasons why this happened, which is ironic, the irony of all of this, is because a dev seen me talk about copy YouTubing, and why do people just copy what I review and not review anything else? And part of the reason why we were doing HypeWatch, and the reason I changed HypeWatch, is to put games out there to show y'all that even though I don't find time and I don't cover everything, there is about 4 or 5 games right now on HypeWatch, literally right now, that if people had actually covered them would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K view videos if people covered them. But obviously one of the reasons why they didn't is because I didn't. And honestly, ask yourself right now, did you see anybody cover any of the rest of these games right now? Like, and then if you type in any of those games and you look, you're going to notice that none of the big names, when it comes to actually covering games, they didn't do it. So why is that? And you guys get where I have a problem with that. It's like, stop being lazy. Like, these are things that I either I have to like look at or go through, or people send to me. Like, every creator can do the same thing that I'm basically doing in HypeWatch. But what has happened is laziness. has happened. And that's what I'm calling out. I'm calling out the laziness of people not going to find their own content. And that's problematic. So what happened is the devs said, you know what, you're right. And that's BS. And you know what? Let's do stuff that they can't copy. And that's what's going on right now. This is literally like a business saying, you know what, F that, you lazy mofos who ain't covering stuff, we're gonna make it harder on you. And they're actually using me to make it harder, which this is the irony of all of this. So I always tell people, be careful who you piss off, because somebody's always watching, and you know, people want to help out. And be careful who you friend, because like there's a lot of shady stuff going on right now. A lot of shady stuff, gotcha wise, between creators, people talking stuff, act like I don't know. It's just I don't have the energy to chase after every person talking crap, and they would never do it in my face anyway, because they ain't about that life. You got a lot of coward stuff going on right now. It's just that I know, I just don't address it all because it's not worth it. It's like, it's beneath you at the end of the day to, if somebody's too cowardly to do something in your face, then it's not. Like, I mean, to do something and not have it be in your face. If somebody don't like me, I prefer them to come and say it. I prefer, like, you don't have to make a video about it, but I prefer to say, hey, I don't like you because of this reason, like that. I'm like, cool, peace. You don't have to deal with me no more. Thanks. I know not to F with you either. I prefer stuff like that. Be grown men. Don't this kid stuff with people talking behind other creators back. It's not just me too. It's like people don't understand that I get told a lot of stuff. I get screenshots, I get sent stuff, I get people like recording, showing conversations in Discord, and I'm like, oh, okay. And dudes be thinking that dudes are people friends, and they don't be your friend, y'all. Like, they don't be your friend. Like, I see like damn near everything that people say that's shady and stuff like that, which is why I don't F with a lot of people, because I know everybody who fake. I know all of the fake. But like I said, all of that has, like, this karma comes back. And the karma of it right now is that companies also see it too. So when you don't get work through it, and you see me getting work with for certain things like that, you understand the reason why. It's because you probably said stuff, because you probably did stuff. I know the stuff. Companies know the stuff, and they ain't gonna F with you. That's just what it is at the end of the day. Now this PC thing is big. You got, like, this is big, because now I have games that are major AAA games that are basically just going to be giving me the games to come and review, which is it's already started literally right now. Like, I have to do Saints Row. At this point in this video, I started Saints Row and started putting together the video, but Saints Row runs weird on my computer right now, so I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that, which is why I just haven't done the video. But you probably are going to see the video before this video, because this video is going to be out on Sunday, on Friday, where I'm actually doing this at this point now. So that's what's going on the channel. Like, we about to go, we about to Hollywood this ish, big time game reviews, and I could thank all you guys, because you guys literally just showing up. Like, you know, everybody doesn't comment all the time, and I have to actually say, you know, like, you know, like and subscribe, comment, all that type of stuff now, because I used to not do it. But my YouTube rep was like, what are you doing? You need to start saying that. Like, I don't hear you saying that enough, because I have a YouTube rep too, and they be getting on me and saying I don't do certain things that I should be doing. So now I have to say that, and get people commenting more. So if you guys have anything relative to say, go ahead, say it. Don't be scared. The only thing that you ever will have a problem with me before is when, one, if people lie, or two, if people are passive aggressive and attack people, attack a person in chat, or attack me passive aggressively, and like try to be like, I'll give you an example. Well, I don't know about this guy, but real people who know how to play this game will do that. That's passive aggressive, and you're going to get banned or told off. I usually don't ban people right away, and usually I'm not the one to ban anyway. It's usually one of the mods to ban. But on the rare occasion where I do actually do it, it's because somebody is being passive aggressive and trying to disrespect me or somebody else on the low. That's not gonna fly. I'm gonna throw you out of here like so fast. Like you're going to the void. Like so the hindsight is like, you know, people say, hey, like you watch Scion, you don't talk because you get told off. And no, people get told off if they are passive aggressive or lying. Like, why can't you be normal? So you see the thing in this where we're gonna end right here. Someone would choose to tell people not to speak rather than be respectful and normal. Think about that for a second. You could just be respectful and normal, say, hey, I like the game, or this game sucks and here's the XX reason why, and be respectful about it. But you could tell somebody's mindset when they go to, I just won't talk if I can't be an a-hole. I just won't talk if I'm going to be censored because I'm being toxic. Don't be toxic. That's not a me problem. That's the, like, you start to see how people think in the mindset. And if those people don't want to talk on my video, don't want to be on my channel and be upset because they're getting censored because they can't act like they got raised properly at home, don't unsubscribe. Don't be on my channel. You're not wanted. Because I shouldn't have to tell you. I shouldn't have to be your parent to tell you to treat people with respect. That's all I'm telling people to do on the channel. And people are upset and telling other people, well, you don't talk on his channel because he stops people from, like, no, I never stop you from your opinion. What I stop you from is being toxic. Like that is amazing. Think about that as this video ends. Think about that dudes would rather not talk than be respectful. That's the type of world we in right now. Be legendary, guys. Thank you, legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.